Hello? What if we changed everything about my favorite deck? Okay, just kidding, we're not changing everything, but what if I tried new things? Ooh, scary. Dommy Snipe. I want to try some changes to my Dominoes deck. I've still got my old Dominoes deck right here, along with Dommy Nuke. But for someone who's been, like I was talking about yesterday, as someone who's trying to keep the pressure up but keep it cleaner, Soft Armored has been the easiest way to do that because you kill incredibly fast and then you have very tough transports to survive. And I wanted to do something that's a bit more of a flex for towns, which is where Dominoes is like the first thing I reach for, like dead center. I was thinking about yesterday's match, where those standoff SSOs gave me a certain amount of trouble because there was a lot of them. They had a lot of just annoyance against my IFVs and infantry of those standoff corner HE launchers. And just in general, they were hard to approach and were popping a lot of smoke and APS from my AMPVs all the time. And I was just thinking about how I could change the deck to be better at handling infantry from afar, rather than always having to close in and get close up. I've been thinking for a bit that I'm not sure how much value I was getting out of the power rescues. The idea of the power rescues was to split Delta in half for a similar price, so that you could go someone of a flashbang plus another squad. So you could split building breaching along with another team. I think it works, but in practice, I was starting to feel like it really was like... I don't know, it felt like you didn't have a lot of stamina in that setup, because if you wanted to do heavy anti-infantry work, you probably want double power rescue in the AMPV anyway, in which case you're getting a worse option for 20 cost more than just a Delta CQB. And in other cases, it felt like the powers were good for like a couple of breaches, but whatever squad was with them was often going to get fucked up along the way, and I don't know, I just feel like maybe I could try something different, because I was also feeling the Delta standoffs are good, but they take a little bit too long to do what they need to do for a deck that needs to keep moving as much as this deck needs to keep moving. They're just there for like 10 or 20 seconds too long, and they're better at like a conventional kind of warfare, I think, than the high-speed, high-micro, high we're gone already style of this deck. So, today I'm trying CQB Delta again in the AMPVs. Wait, where'd all my shit go? Why am I down 400 points? What the fuck? What the fuck? What did I lose? What? Hold on. My average decks are still fine, right? Wait, what? Where's all my infantry gone? Wait, what? This before said I was at like 2470 for inf. And then now here, is this the bug? Wait, but how could I have possibly lost that much infantry? What have I... Oh, these AMPVs got reset, look. That's so annoying. Hang on, I'm still down like 40 points from before, too. Look carefully, what's been reset here? Like, too specific for their cost as QGW? Yeah, I could agree. I think if they had, like, any AT at all, like, even if it was, like, 2 or 3 shitty of the shittiest AT4s ever, they're, like, a crazy good grunt squad. But I agree that Delta Standoff, without, like, with just a Fletcher, is that bit too specific to serve as a super good grunt squad. It's kind of a similar problem to Marine Raiders, I think, where they're just a bit too expensive for what they bring in the anti-infantry department there, I think. I don't know, but I haven't really used Marine Raiders much. Hang on, the baby wants to get on the desk. Hang on. I might have a bit of more money here to play with than I thought then. That's good. Oh, awesome, Jeepo. Thank you very much. I'm glad. I wanted to do another one this morning, but I ran out of time before I started streaming. Thank you very much, Jeepo. Glad they've been helping. Yeah, exactly, GW. It's super annoying. It's super annoying. Today I'm trying a different thing, rather than Delta Standoff for that role, which is a GB Sniper's stack. Losing the GB's Flash is the biggest problem here. And I think for wooded maps like Airbase, GB's Flash, the other version of this deck with GB's Flash, will likely continue to be the one I want to reach for. Because I think GB's Flash is just going to be better in that scenario, because GB's Flash are the ultimate woods clearers. The idea with GB Snipers, and we discussed this before but never got Kaliningrad to try that deck again, is to do town clearing. So rather than having to go up close all the time, is to bring the GB Sniper stack. I can fit 3 into a single AMPV. Yes, it's a very expensive combo. but you get ridiculous performance out of it because, theoretically, 3 GB snipers can one-shot a 4-man squad at a kilometer away while they're in a building. Which is very powerful because also we've been speaking recently the difference between wounding and killing. It is much more valuable to kill an enemy infantry squad before it can escape, before the enemy realizes and retreats it, rather than wounding it and it goes and resupplies. Just volley firing M107s. Yeah, well, take a look at the math, right? So you've got M107 and Mark 22 ASR here. These are 2 full-length sniper rifles with 100% ignore cover on both. The ASR hits at a kilometer, the Barrett hits at 1.2. And together, they do 4.3 plus 3.6, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 3 plus 9, so 7.9 damage, completely ignoring cover. So if you have that times 3, I believe that gets over, yeah, the 20 damage threshold needed to one-shot 4 guys. So if you're in close range and you're also using these 2 marksman rifles, it adds enough damage with a 3 stack to one-shot a 6-man squad. This also means if you get 2 volleys off of these snipers, a second volley off before the enemy reacts, you can one-shot an 8-man squad, right? 6-second reload though. Well, apparently this only takes 4 seconds to reload and then 5 to 7 seconds to aim. But does that mean you get to fire every 4 seconds? That seems too fast. Really? Wait a minute, what? That's not like other snipers, is it? Oh, apparently it is. That seems too quick. I want to test that. Because if that's true, doesn't it take like 3 seconds to get out of a building anyway? Wouldn't you have to have like perfect reflexes to save your infantry then? If they're hit by AGL, they're shocked. Well, that's the idea. That's one of the ideas of the GB sniper stack versus running GB's flash in towns. Is even though GB's flash is amazing... Oh, reload time to the magazine. Okay, well, we don't see their fire rate then. Even though GB's flash is amazing, they're fighting at a range where they're likely to be destroyed if caught in a fight when they start launching. The idea of the GB snipers is that we can keep them at such a long range that they can do their job without being engaged. And when they're going to get counter-artillery, they just hop back into the AMPV once the job is done. So you sit there, you take like 2 to 3 volleys, and then you relocate into the AMPV and go somewhere else. It's high micro, but in theory, it could be really, really good. So we'll see. It's a very different way to use GBs. It's a completely different unit. But I haven't really played it much yet, and I think it's got promise. Anyway. So that's the idea of this deck, but I have a little more to play with? No, I don't. I'm at 9950 now. Wait, the price has gone back up now. I don't understand. This deck has interesting math bugs sometimes when you click on decks. Okay, so we're back at what I thought it was, 9950. Other than that, I dropped the 3rd tank and added some more cheap tow carriers. I dropped the rocket arty and I added 4 armored mortars. That's right, count them. 4 armored mortars. To try and keep up a easier to manage, more constant pressure than the sparse attacks of the rocket arty. Also gives us smoke if we want it. Other than that, I think I cut a Shorad to fit that in. An M Shorad as well. And I cut a CFV here, and I added the Loathsome Beefist, which I've never used yet in a post-release match. The idea here is I had to cut a CFV and Cavalry Scouts to fit in all this shit still. Plus I had to transfer some Silent Hawks to the Recon tab of the way I set things up. So the idea was to bring in a Beefist to specifically do town clearing of enemy recon. Because I've also got STTs now. So the idea is I want to play a cleaner game than I was playing yesterday. I want to roll out essentially with, okay, first you got the Patriot. I don't want to have to do the air attacks, hopefully, today with this deck. I don't think it contributes a lot and wastes a lot of money. So I want to just go in with the Patriot, and hopefully be playing with teammates who are covering the air attacks for me in the actual jets department. This thing doesn't have Sidewinders anyway, so it can't even hunt helicopters. That's just kind of what this deck is doing, unfortunately. You have no real good helicopter hunter in SOF. Jet-wise. So we do the Patriot air attacks, and then we probably send in some AMPVs that are empty. Alright? Is my plan. As air attacks is concluding, we send in a drone to spot the enemy's rollout. And then based on what we see, well then after that, while we're doing that, we're also gonna chopper in, I think, some STTs and some Ranger Snipers to try and set up our recon line, perhaps. And then the idea is that once the drone spots what the enemy is bringing in, how heavy armor it is, or how many transporters it is, we can then both save money and tailor what's going to be inside the AMPVs a little bit better based on what we're seeing. So if we see a super heavy Guards Armored rollout with tons of heavy tanks, or US, lots of trophies or something, which is rarer, then we know to bring more Maws. But if we see a whole bunch of like mech trash and or like moto and mech trash and transports, and we can predict a lot of infantry, then we can go ahead and bring in more Delta Force instead. It's also just to save money, because otherwise you can't bring in enough AMPVs filled with dudes while also doing your air attacks and everything else. 9 AMPVs, yes, this is the AMPV deck indeed. I've also fitted an Arsov here to be a little ambulance. We'll see if it can do the job. To pick up those like stragglers, scattered guys who need to be rushed back, because it's got very high speed. It's the Ferrari of Broken Arrow at 130 speed. I'm just seeing that one of my problems is I don't really have enough Ghost Hawks to both bring in a wave of STTs and snipers, and also have Ghost Hawks to like fill the AMPVs after, unless I don't return the base to Ghost Hawks and instead just like put troops on the ground at ground spawn and then pick them up, which I guess I can do manually. But we'll see how it goes in practice. I may bring in one of the AMPVs of guys, but then bring other empty ones. We'll see. I gotta play with that. But the main thing isn't all of that shit. The main thing is just trying these GB snipers in an AMPV, I think. So I'm trying to sword for Ghost. Oh yeah, I have swords too. True. I can that's actually fine, because I don't need Ghost Hawks to fill the AMPVs outside of the AO. I can bring them in swords. That's a good point. I completely forgot about my swords. So everything works out great, actually. Do you notice the Power Rescue Humvee can get a 30 mil autocannon? I did, yes. It looks really bad, but it's also kind of funny. Yeah, it's like the Apache's chain gun. Yeah, it's cool, but on a unit without smoke for the cost and how quickly it's gonna die, I don't want to take it. But it's cool that it's an option, you know? But yeah, it is. It's like an ISV that costs 60 with an autocannon on it. And only transport 6. I think if it transported more, or had anything else going for it, I'd be tempted, because it's got good road speed. Or if it had smoke launchers or anything. But as it is, I think that's like too high micro a unit for me. I mean, even if you get the radar, because this should be able to engage helicopters, right? I mean, that's one thing. This can engage helicopters at a kilometer. That is the Bradley's gun as well. That's the Bradley's cannon. If you could put a little tiny radar on this and engage cruise missiles, it would be like one of the greatest units in the game. The niche I could see for this would be hiding them in forests to kill enemy helicopters before it gets spotted. Because it has 1.25 stealth. So if you start 80 meters from the tree line, this could maybe fuck up a helicopter, but I'm not sure. Interesting unit. But we did do the, we did a big test on what kind of units to send in to forests to kill helicopters, and unfortunately the Flyer of GMV did not do well. In the end, I think the Arsov was the big winner of that test, vehicle-wise. You have enough Shred anti-cruise? Not really, but for general play, but this deck is more about being... It leans more to a very hyper-aggression, where you kind of just dodge cruise missiles. If I play the armored side, I have enough Shorad barely to run the 2 trophies. Oh, instant lobby. Alright. Where are we going? Big high-elo game. Big high-elo game. Apparently we're going to Cold Harbor, which is not a map I want to run Dominoes on. Oh, wait, hang on. No, we are going to Cold Harbor. Out of all the maps in the game, definitely not one I want to run that on. I could try USMC Striker again on this map. Did I change this since last time I played it? I can't remember. I didn't mind it last time I played it on this map. I could certainly do it again. Considering you beat the best player in the game, this is absolutely winnable. This is a turbo. When did I beat the best player in the game? Who was that? Are you talking about War Daddy with the with the Hemet filled with special forces? I can think of no other name. And you fought that kitchen match? Philip? Incredon? Zetrox 5-stack? Is Zetrox the best player in the game? No, Mises, Sammy? Yeah, when we fought against that guy, what was his name again, Sammy? Oh, it's Rankin Squirrel. I see them a lot at this level too. I think they're part of Zetrox's stack, aren't they? Where do I want to go? Probably over here. Benji's number one. Yeah, Benji was number one. We were talking to Benji yesterday. He was in here in chat. Iron Steel says, glad to see you live tonight. Still recovering from surgery. My matches this morning weren't fun. I'm sorry. Are you still coming down from, like, your surgery drugs? You in a lot of pain? How you going? Like, I feel like people's main opponent in the kitchen match might have actually been regularly scheduled distractionary sport, whoever that might have been. Isn't it interesting that whenever such a question comes up, the first thing people want to know is, how am I involved, as Blinky demonstrates? Not that you were that person, Blinky. To be clear, Blinky was not that person that we're talking about. That wasn't Blinky. Blinky says, I'm just cutting Sammy down to his appropriate size. Which is what? Ironsteel says, mainly over everything, just dealing with a sore throat and stuffed nose from surgery. Oh. Well, I hope you'll be feeling better soon. Roll a couple of these guys. Me, Corb, and... So, no, that's not backwards. What is that? I don't speak that language.
Map of the Earth flight. Changing course.
I'm the only jet.
Inbound. Turning to new heading. Nose up. New course set.
Guards, 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 guards. All guards armored.
Viper standing by. New bearing set. Roger, flying there.
How much VDV? 2 VDV. No coastal?
Viper combat ready. Flying the coordinates.
Just look for helicopters.
Proceeding as frag.
What is wrong with this lobby?
New course set.
Why does this feel like Wargame global chat?
Roger, flying there.
What the fuck, Viper? What about it? Yeah, exactly,
Plan
QGW.
updated. New bearing set. Zoom climb.
Zoom climb.
Changing course. New heading set.
Not seeing any random. It's gonna be a very heavy armor loadout, so I want to keep my money for a Falcone with Mavericks on it, I think.
Back to Texaco. Someone call for a cab?
I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't think my team is interested in speaking with me, and I think they also already know. So it's time. Holy shit, look at all that.
Radar hunter here.
Did I not call everything? Hello? Let's go. My god, look at all this shit.
Striker here. Go ahead. Let's hit the hard deck. Hold the wall. Close air support inbound. Roger, flying there. Flying the coordinates. Changing course.
Oh god, the shore ads.
Time attack confirmed. Time to bug out.
Went too deep with that, CJ, unfortunately. Don't know how much I got there. I don't see anything dead, so I'm not sure if we got anything.
Vehicle ready for action.
I don't really have any more anti-tank air support than that is the problem with this deck. Not really.
Personal carrier ready.
What I have for armor pressure this heavy is, like, I guess Marine Smalls. I don't think we're super tooled to deal with it, honestly. I'm just gonna bring in my Marine Smalls combos. Or double small, but I think that'll die faster in this case.
Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Striker here.
Levity might be nice. Yes. I think I might have cut it from this deck. Yeah, I did.
You'd be blind without us. Roger, we're Oscar Mike. Engine off. We stop here. Pedal to the metal.
VTab, you have 2. Oh no, I do have 2, you're right.
Air defense, standing by.
Need to get up the hill here. Not too up the hill though, because I'm going to get artillery. Probably just come to here.
Copy. Relocating.
And chill as a backline one.
Striker awaiting orders.
You go get in there.
Striker, ready for action. Roger, we're on the move. Moving there now.
Yeah, same.
Logi here, send traffic. Moving out. Anti-armor vehicle at your command.
You come here.
Good copy. Next waypoint received.
CH-53 heavy lift helicopter here.
Hilo can come to here.
Copy that. Unhooking immediately.
Troop transport ready. End of the line. Everybody out. Force recon standing by.
Here, you stay there. I'm gonna go peek with this. Can you helo drop Lav AT? Never thought of that. You can helo drop every Lav, yeah. They're good for that.
Hey, check out this Rooster Cruiser they gave me. Armored transport reporting in. Someone call for a cab? Already there.
Have they buffed the small yet? No. Do you want the small buffed? Do you think it needs it?
Roger, we're Oscar Mike.
Let's get a little drive-by here of Striker Javelin.
Finger on the trigger.
See what's up.
Moving out.
I just haven't got enough money right now. I need more money. I need more dollars. I don't really know what I'm facing yet.
Lab here.
It's another issue. I kind of know. I mean, I kind of know it's heavy guards armor pressure, I guess. I don't like no. You'd think I'd be able to see down here. Apparently not very well.
Moving to next waypoint.
Okay, there's a barb.
Standing by. Already there. Roger.
Nice.
Move. Halt. Moving there now. Someone after a ride? Pedal to the metal.
Good drive-by.
Driver stop. Pedal to the metal. Armor transport ready.
That is not where I thought you were going, Striker RV. Whoops, shouldn't have clicked on the VDV. That's what you get when you do that.
Armor transport standing by. Striker here. We're in combat. Don't stay here. Fly.
We'll eat that up. That's yum.
Roger. Moving out.
Oh, you've been tracked. Fuck.
Disembark. Copy. Relocating.
Unlucky crits, unfortunately.
First.
However, we know we can kind of like roll down here. Why are you going that way?
Roger. Moving out. Roger. Moving to next
It's coming to bully me. I need to back off.
Moving out. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Your eyes and ears, sir. Copy. Relocating.
Flying out. We're done here. RTB.
Striker ready. Versatile carrier ready. Roger. Moving to next waypoint.
The ATGM can see down the road, which we love.
Over. Roger. We're Oscar
It's
Mike.
very good.
Roger. We're on the move.
Alright, let's try to catch this barb,
Already there.
I think.
Roger. Moving out.
What do you see? You see me.
Moving there now.
Is that thing reversing? Because it's reversing fast, if so.
Mike. Pedal to the metal.
I don't know, what kind of infantry do you think they got in here?
Roger.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
Moving out. Troop transport taking fire! All walking sandbags! Jump out! Armored transport is ready! Check that building! Moving out. Hit the gas!
Keep running, but I'm gonna keep chasing ya. They've got something else in this town though, because we can see. Yeah, there it is. Oh man, the latency is punishing, trying to... I guess it's not latency, I guess it's just like... It's just like... Getting caught on the drive is just punishing either way. Yeah, that thing's fuckoed now. Here, you tank. And you'll flank.
Transport here! We're engaged! Marines at your command, sir! Striker ready for combat! Heavy
That's good, now you can get back in your ride.
reconnaissance!
Get you out of there.
Keep running!
But I'll leave these guys behind.
Silent, deadly, like a walk in the park. Moving there now.
Let's bring in some troopers AA and some snipers. Maybe some cat dragons. I just need some supplies and shit, you know?
Ain't no goal this time. Marines Force Recon at your command. Troop transport ready. Troop transport reporting in. Reconnaissance standing by.
And what will be wise here? Where is that damn Amtrak?
Already there. Roger. We're on the move.
Ugh. Trying to fucking...
Roger. We're Oscar Mike.
manage my shit. What I should do here...
All asses dismount. Get out in 10 seconds. Not 10 fucking minutes. Personal carrier here. Get your asses out
Let's
of
do
my view.
this.
Asses out.
You guys get in this one. You guys get in this one.
Order, sir. Troop transport.
You come up, because we got you now, which is good.
Reporting in. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Double tap.
Now you can keep the advance going, or you can go back and resupply, because you guys need to resupply anyway. You can come back and resupply here,
Out.
or here, because I need you there anyway. Come here.
20. Cargo truck ready. Logistics ready.
I'll come stick you, like, here, and then I'll get some guys in, like, this building. You guys can come back here, and then I'll drop, like, a big dump back here that I can refuel from.
Striker at your command, sir.
Roger that. Unloading ASAP.
Armored transport ready.
Bring the Striker RV up.
Reporting in.
How is the music so well timed? It gets intense for the action, then fades out when you win the fight. Does it? I haven't really been paying attention. What is the Maroon doing? Nothing right now. Hello, that's what Maroon is doing. Because Maroon is guards armor, so they you know, pay a lot for what they brought. So killing that Bob already hurts them a fair bit.
Need supplies.
I didn't end up bringing snipers either. I wanted to bring snipers, and I basically didn't.
Driver, halt.
Would like to try and catch that when it gets here.
Fly truck ready to transport. Cargo truck ready. On the road again. Shut up and let's
I'm gonna be
go.
going back to here.
Reconnaissance is good to go. Copy. Relocating.
Come closer.
Standing by.
Oh, okay, you see it, but also I see you.
Moving the next waypoint. Pedal to the metal. Moving there now.
Hello!
Roger. Moving the next waypoint.
Goodbye, helicopters!
Moving there now. Roger. We're on
The Bushmaster 2 is your friend. Don't run.
one after a ride.
Don't run.
Striker reporting in. Pedal to the metal.
Whoa.
Good copy. Next
They have a really long-range launcher.
Roger. We stop here. I want a base of fire in that building.
Oh shit.
Carrier engaged in combat.
Actually, amazed you can see me from there.
Drive. Personal carrier.
Do we get these guys or do they fuck off again?
Moving out.
They might have fucked off again.
Already there.
Yeah, they're fucking off again. Would you just die? Like, just hurry up and die. Thank you.
We're on the move. Roger. We're Oscar Mike.
Let's see if we can lure it into a kill zone.
Copy. Relocating. Moving there now. Roger.
They see it running.
Moving out.
They should chase me down here.
Roger. Moving out. Roger. We're Oscar Mike.
I want to lead it to the right.
Striker
If
here.
I lead it to the right, this is advantageous for me.
We're on the move.
No, 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 if I lead it that way, I can't catch Dragon it properly. Ooh, shit, and those guys are hitting me too.
We're on the move.
How close can I lead it before I engage with the cat dragons? That's like the secret sauce here, I think.
Received. We stop right there.
Okay, it's backing up. I think they've kind of realized. Just hit them.
Already there. Personal carrier here.
No, not them. The draws, the draws. That ambush, that UI lied to me. It said they could hit it, but they couldn't.
Oscar Mike. Pedal to the metal. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Pedal to the metal.
Come here and help me catch it.
Check a leg. Striker standing by. Roger. Moving out.
And you guys come here and you make the tank look at you.
Moving there now. AT specialist.
Yeah, I need to not stay there.
Personal carrier ready. Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Roger. Moving out.
Losing the cat dragons is bad, but I do get to get you pretty good. Don't I, little buddy? Yes, I do.
We're on the move. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Roger. Moving out. Tiger team under fire. What are your orders? What are your orders?
Let's get you out of there.
Reconnaissance.
Oh, shit. Taking hits we don't want to be taking. Nice, like, armor deflection there? Nice. Just nice.
Moving out.
I feel I could do with, like, a couple of CEVs and, like, a tank.
Someone call for a cab? Good copy. Next
Just
waypoint.
keep, like, crossing, like, you're crossing traffic cones here.
Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Troop transport. Standing by. Already there. Striker at your command.
Okay,
Someone call for a cab? Pedal to the metal.
let this thing come here.
Copy.
Let it come closer. They don't know what's inside this yet, or they don't respect it. Either way.
Oscar Mike.
Let it push me, if it's pushing me. Okay, they're scared. They don't know what I want to do. Okay, get in. Good. Wait, fuck, you can't double up here. I forgot. Oh well, kill it.
Tiger team engaged in combat.
Bring these guys back, which I'm kind of forgetting to do here. Because I'm just like so zoomed in right now.
Big road is ours.
Oh shit.
Personal carrier ready. Copy. Relocating. Already there. Switch in position. Roger. Moving out. Roger. We're on the move. Moving out.
Oh, that's a good prediction from them.
Good copy.
That's well predicted.
On ass. We're moving. I love
Unfortunately for me.
smoke deployed.
Bring in the next slot. That's working well as a little combo though. I'd actually go double small instead of the Marines, I think.
Ready for combat.
Because they're honestly not that heavy. They're not fighting that heavy on the infantry front, it feels.
Move your asses.
Let's get out there so we're not being hit by that tank any further.
Secure that building. Left.
And then bring in the next Striker Chav. They're just playing very heavy tanks, I feel.
Asses in that building.
Is what we need to look out for here.
Welcome to the missile age, choppers. Anti-aircraft here, at your command.
Still, I'll get these guys in and send another team in.
Go. Weapons team at your orders. Establish a base of fire in that building.
This tells them to do super damage. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I'm still in my drill sergeant outfit. I just realized, hey, Army Vet, you always remind me.
Transport ready.
I gotta get out of this into my Marines outfit.
Here, send traffic. Ain't nothing gonna get in our way. Let's take the hammer lane.
Look at all this coming too.
U.S. Marines, ready.
Howdy, Army Vet, how are you?
Moving there now. Roger, we're Oscar Mike. Striker, ready for action.
Oh shit. You get seen through that forest way too good.
Punch it.
You get out of here. That's big hurts for you.
Now. Foot hard on the pedal. Transport.
Oh, you might not make it.
Combat. Troop transport ready.
It's okay, again, if I can lure it.
Keep driving.
Hey, look at me, I'm over here, come get me.
We have a building.
You guys have to run because you're gonna get tossed, so I shouldn't be here either because you're gonna get tossed again.
Armored transport reporting in. Good copy. Next
Yeah, they're backing up. They don't want none of that.
Copy. Holding that position.
Armata. Bring a CJ.
Inbound. New heading set. Blind coordinates.
Bring a Fighting Falcon.
Flight plan updated. New bearing set. Turning to new heading. Let's play him some music. We're in, standing by.
Okay, go.
Viper copies. Direct attack pattern confirmed. Fighting Falcon, mission ready.
Cover the strike, as you do.
Inbound. Fighting Falcon ready.
Fortunately, they can just pop smoke like that.
Go ahead.
Which you gotta expect, I guess. I shouldn't have sent it in for a single tank. That's wasteful of me of a Maverick run. Note it for the future.
Copy. Relocating.
And the TOS finally catches them off guard too.
Troop transport reporting in.
Best thing I can say about that run is at least we got a AA piece for it as well. These have anti-tank attack logos, I don't seem that much sure. Yeah, but they're Marine ones, so they'll die instantly to even like one Russian piece. So I don't really want to bring them in.
Check out this rooster cruiser.
What I do have though is tanks, so I want to get more aggressive here. Like what I'm doing here is fine for just holding I, but I really need to press G, I think. What I lack actually is recon right now.
M1 Abrams, warmed up and ready to go. Ready to rumble. Pedal to the metal.
Need more of that.
Recon vehicle, ready for action. Armored transport, ready. All
What you doing? What you doing, Kurg? Why don't you fuck off? That's what I think you should be doing.
someone asked for a ride?
We gotta reposition. We gotta kind of play this like dominoes, where anywhere we fire from, expect it to be tossed.
We're ready for action.
Expect them to put more,
On its way.
snipers over here too. I might go have a look. What's going on over here?
Let's run 'em over. Already there. Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Armored transport.
Yeah, the lack of recon is gonna cost me here if I go in blind. I need to try and go in a bit less blind.
Relocating.
Let's use a mortar. I don't know if I remember to use it, but I could use one.
Transport. Standing by. Moving engage.
Engaging. Okay.
Cav is on the field.
Ow.
Armored Cav here. We're in combat. Bring us there in 10 seconds, not 10 fucking minutes.
That thing just sitting there is very interesting.
Troop transport ready. Keep the engine running, just in case. Heavy
I go over here, I think.
roll. Driver, move out. Moving out.
They probably put snipers back there, and I would like them to not have snipers back there, honestly.
Good copy. Next waypoint received. Someone call for a cab?
Oh, we have strikers too in this stack. God damn. Oh, that's a bad ambush for me. It kind of seems like smokes that aren't for. Oh god, there's a smalls. Not. There's no marines in there. It kind of seems like stay in there because the barb is actually killing them for me. There we go. That works. And just fall back to here to try and get some panic back. Just focus our targets. Like or this. You stay there actually. Get back in. They're deploying Armada here. Do I have anything else for? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, they see the FAP, they see the FAP, they see the FAP.
Armored Cav is on the field. Armored
And the CV's in.
Abrams, ready to roll. Roger.
Okay, this is gonna get Barb around behind me, I reckon.
Moving out. Driver, reverse. M1 Abrams, warmed up and ready to go. Armored is rolling.
This is a little battle. Oh, I didn't want to go that way, I want to go the other way. Okay, I'll take it.
Roger, moving out. Moving out.
Bring the CVs, I have plans for them. This needs to drop already.
Copies. Back to the farm.
next waypoint. Pedal to the metal.
Yeah, the TOS, as you have to expect at this point.
Driver, full speed. Striker awaiting.
The Armada's on my left, so I gotta be careful. Ah, yeah, so that's not a good engagement for me because the Armada's there. That's not a good engagement for me because the... Hello? Ah, I guess I'd already used its smoke, damn. Okay, so that just turned. Everything just turned against me massively in this fight. That was a good fight, now it's a bad fight. That's a very bad fight.
Armored cab, ready to roll. Back up, back up.
I need another smoke. Oh god, I might not make it. Oh no.
We arrived in the nick of time. Back out, driver.
Everything was good there until that, unfortunately.
Laying down suppressive fire.
Okay. CV at the back, please. CV, I need you to shoot him, please. CV is not shooting them.
Suppressive fire. Solid copy. Moving out. I want all firepower on that. I need suppressive fire over
Shoot, 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 shoot.
Let's roll them over.
We're out of smoke.
What are you waiting for? Drive. Hit the gas, driver. Hit it. Driver, move out.
Ah!
Get those tracks moving. Fire on that position.
Nope. Okay.
Way. Suppressive fire. I want all
No.
firepower on
Dead.
that position.
Alright, I need more AT. You have no recon and all? No, I don't. And that's been my problem here the whole time, yeah. So now I've got a massive problem because I haven't really got anything else here to deal with this shit. I can try a Viper, but I don't think it'll work. I think the best thing I've got at this point is like probably bringing in Marines plus small quickly, like this way. Do that twice.
Viper at your command.
I might just like let that tank for a bit just to buy some time.
Air defense at your disposal, sir.
I'm probably going to move up these guys.
Solid copy. Advance and report.
I have got some guys in here to capture this thing.
CH-53, ready to lift. Cargo dropped.
You gotta get out now. That'll get TOS as soon as they realize. Don't get out through that door.
The Viper is in the air. Solid copy. Search and destroy.
Okay, I'm gonna need these trucks to take these guys in.
Nothing gonna get in our way. Viper. New flight plan received. Robbie smoke. Heading there. All weapons green.
Fortunately, in the urban environment especially, they're gonna have a lot of ways to deal with this.
Hovering there.
But if the Shroud isn't quite up where it needs to be right now, I get away with this for at least a little bit. Oh, but not forever, as we can see.
Get in that building. Set up a base of fire. Stinger team taking fire. Take that building.
We really need to get some more support in there ASAP.
Heavy weapons team under fire. Viper is combat ready.
There's the Tor.
New heading set.
I don't think anything can save me from that. Maybe staying low. Maybe. I would have thought it would have soft launched by now, but I'm getting away with it, which is really good.
U.S. Marine. Hoorah. Landing assistance team. What can I do for you? Get your head out of your...
That's gonna hurt.
Need supplies? Marines in combat. Send your order. Mash your motor. We gotta go. Pedal the metal. Heavy weapons ready. Marines at your orders, sir. Get your asses in that building. Copy. We take that building.
Grab that zone.
U.S. Marines ready for combat. Flying there.
Oh. Okay, now it's getting targeted after all that. That's interesting.
Heading there.
Not the place I would have expected to be vulnerable, to be honest.
Combat requesting orders. Marines under fire. Flight plan updated. Don't stay
Unfortunately, they're just gonna toss me again when they get the chance.
to that building. Marines engaged in combat.
Ah, and that's unfortunately really quick times on fucking me up there.
Move. Watch your spacing.
But we're capping back, which is nice. You'll need to bring in more of that, though. More of that will be needed.
Good copy. Next waypoint received. Moving there now.
The Taz is single-handedly making this even fight. Yeah, it is.
Get in that building.
Like, although the Mortar never used that.
Roger. Fire coordinates received. Hit the deck. I want a base of fire in that building. Marines in combat.
Alright, we're still holding I, though, which is good. We're paying for it there, due to not ideal engagement scenarios. But we do still own this city. We're gonna take out that Tor, which is awesome, because our Viper actually lived.
Roger Wilco. Flight
So it was a good thing to bring in. Oh, Barbie, Barbie, Barbie! Barbie, I see you, I feel you, man!
U.S. Marine ready for duty. Order ready. Send mission. We have a building to secure. Check that building.
You gotta move.
Get your gear. We're moving out. Weapons
Let's get you back to here, and you go to here.
Once a Marine, always a Marine. All in.
Until they're a bit closer. We have got AA.
Aircraft team,
We
stand
got a lot of AA, actually. Goodbye. Oh, shit, fire!
Weapons team ready.
It's okay. I changed where I was going, so it doesn't matter.
Regroup and move up. Run as fast as you can. Moving.
They've got E point. I wonder if that was their only AA. Let's have a little peeky and find out.
Top level. Roger.
That thing's gotta be, like, out of smokes at this point.
Standing by. Roger Wilco. Flight plan confirmed.
I don't know, but they can see that. That needs to move.
AH-1
Oh, it's never their only AA, unfortunately.
heading there.
Ooh. That's a HIMAD in there. That's not even AA.
Heading there. Pushing forward. Roger Wilco. Flight plan confirmed.
Save me. Thank you.
Personal carrier here. Anti-tank unit here, sir. Establish a base of fire in that building. Get in that building. Copy. We take that building. Who knew
That's about there. That's HIMAD.
on the double squad? Flight plan updated. Double dogs here.
My biggest mistake so far, I'd say, in this game is I just don't really have any recon. I need to, like, fix that at some point. Let's fix it now.
Moving out. Copy. Reload.
They're gonna toss me, so I should probably just keep pushing them. But the barb's gonna be there is the thing. But I can't stop here because I will just get tossed.
Move the fuck up. Come on, move in that building.
I'll probably still get tossed here, but I probably just shouldn't be rolling around in Marines on foot when a toss is such a problem. That's another reason I shouldn't be.
You like big guns too?
Move up. Marines are so tough, though. Look how long they last.
Your command, sir.
Even with all that shit in mind.
Some heavy firepower.
They're toughies. Now, if that thing comes in to get me, we might just trick it once that smoke clears. Into being in a not ideal situation for itself. Yes!
Armored transport engaged.
Oh, and shit. Shit, shit, shit.
Get us the fuck out of here. Copy. Relocating. AT specialist at your disposal.
I would reposition before we get tossed.
Anti-armor standing by. Marines engaged in combat. Stay in cover. Roger. We're on the
You can get in here.
move.
Ah!
What are your orders? Hoorah! Marines taking fire. Armor transport
Go to hell, Armata! These cat dragons is obviously gonna be the world's greatest results there. But it is gonna piss it off and make it upset, I think. But then we just have to keep moving.
Find some cover! Get in that building! Roger.
Get out of there. There's the Toz. It's okay, they're having to fire after quick reloads now, it feels, so they're not able to do, like, full volleys on us, which is really good for us, obviously.
Look alive!
That's a lot of Armada. This would be a great time for a Maverick run. They are just so fucking committed.
Corsair support incoming. CAS is on the way. Stop. Roger, attacking the enemy.
There's so many of them.
Fighting Falcon, mission ready.
Yes!
On target.
Yes, the Maverick run of all time!
Double dogs here.
The Armatas, they flee, brother. They are afraid. What do you guys need to go heal, though? We need some big heals here. Because they're, like, afraid, but they're like not that afraid. They're actually feeling pretty reasonable, I think. Let's get in! Get in! Really need to get that Viper back online quicker here. I think.
Pedal to the metal. Weapons team here. Get in that building.
Oh shit, they're like coming in. Well, there's nothing to do but fight.
Personal carrier ready.
If it's gonna be like that, then we'll fight to our last Marini breath. We'll make you pay for it. We'll scare you off.
Moving to next waypoint. During the perimeter. Look alive. All hands.
Run! Run, get behind the smoke, lure back to the cat dragons. One more dragon! No!
Someone call for a cab. Striker here. Go
Get Javelin trophy, go go. Keep chasing, keep chasing. How much smoke you got left, you piece of shit? Oh, you're dead! More. More, I want to finally push on the G. The Toz is running. I know, I wanted to catch it.
Get your asses in that building. Combat patrol.
Our friend here may be able to.
Sweeping area. Quickly now.
Need more supplies. Oh shit.
Full stop. Recon is
That's not ideal.
standing by. We're engaging. You'd be blind without us. Roger, we're Oscar Mike. Already there.
Oh man, they're firing on the cat dragons, which is not who should they be engaging right now, and I love it. Cat dragon's giving its life to tank for the two ATGM vehicles here. If we get that toe hit, yeah, javelin straight on, yep. Oh, you came out of your smoke, came out of your fucking smoke. One hellfire. Oh, one javelin, you kill it.
Good copy. Next
Hang on, hold, we got problems. We got big problems, hang on. Fuck, that was close though. That was close, having a lot there.
flying to court.
That Armada is low, and we're killing the helicopters. I do believe in the Bushmaster too now, it turns out.
Steady.
Oh, even Pink's coming over now. Even Pink's like, yo, this is fucked actually though. Like, what is going on over here?
Bat ready.
Okay, the only problem is I've kind of run out of shit to back up with here now.
Send traffic. Clear to engage. Anti-armor here.
Oh, but don't worry. We have some big, tough men
Viper here.
who can handle things for us.
Establish a base of fire in that building. Flying there now. Full power.
Oh god.
Marines at your orders, sir.
Hang on, Ludo, I know how hungry you are.
Dogs here. Lamp ready. Cargo truck ready. Power up, for fuck's sake. Order ready to fire. Solid copy.
Did I ever hit that thing? I'm not sure.
Air defense ready for action. Armored transport ready. Roger. Moving to next waypoint.
Oh shit, what are we doing over here? Also, ow, I was in a rebel building. No, the Marines are dead. This is very bad for Marine coin.
Next base of fire.
Bring more.
Moving there now.
CH-53 here. Drop zone coordinates received.
Logistics ready.
Hello. We have many things to hunt here. There's an engineer, but also there's a AA getting away, but I'm gonna go for the engineer, I think. I choose the engineer. I like the micro they're doing.
Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Anti-tank team at your
Oh shit. Oh shit. This is what I mean by we have nothing left here now, is the problem.
recon vehicle standing by. Flyby
Look out, this is gonna hurt too in a second.
Roger. We're on the move. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Recon vehicle is good to go. AT US Marines ready for duty. Roger. We're on
Get here so you can tank against the recon vehicle for me.
copy. Relocating. Run as fast as you're done. US Marines, hoorah! Marines in combat, awaiting command.
There's a dump there if you can hit it. No, I can't. RV Striker's getting flanked from all directions. If you can pop that Tor though, I can kill it. I can kill a lot of shit.
Maximum power.
Pop the Tor, and I can bring the Viper over to help.
New flight plan received.
Oh shit.
Move to contact.
Kill the Tor, kill the Tor, kill the Tor. I can help.
Marines at your command, sir. I want a base of fire in that building. Striker under fire.
The Tor is dead. So now I think the Viper can help.
Destroyed. 5 Lining up for attack. Moving in new
This might be your last ride, Viper. Ooh, nice. Yes, yes. Go, 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 go. Go, Viper. Go, 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 go. Look out. Small arms can hurt you. You're not Russian.
heading there. Tally target.
Go, Viper. Go, 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 go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Viper's trying to... the... Fucker is gonna get ya. Auto cannons.
Standing by.
Auto cannons.
Fire in maneuver.
Give me more Marines in here. Give me some F-35... F-35Bs here for the end, I think.
Reconnaissance is good to go. Reconnaissance is good to go. New course set.
Give me spawning again and we'll call them in.
I love
I don't know if I'll be able to take this zone back, but luckily my team is hella winning anyway.
Sir. Joint strike fighter at your command, sir. Moving there now. Going gates. Copy. Bugging out. Joint
Get eyes on it.
at your command, sir.
Get eyes on it, get after it.
Recon vehicle. Send traffic. Over. Personnel carrier in combat.
Way off.
Over. Let's head back to base.
Way off.
Stand on it, come on! Ain't nothing gonna get in our way. Troop transport in combat! Get in that building! Set up a base of fire! Put that hammer down! Roger, we're Oscar Mike.
Oh shit, on the right. On the other side.
Shut your crow catcher and move out! Don't be silly ducks! Get in there! Joint strike fighter at your command, sir. Roger that. Strike area confirmed. Going to effect.
Better.
Marines here. We're in
Unfortunately about AT.
recon vehicle standing by.
Come behind it. I bet you can like hurt it a little bit in the ass.
The higher they fly, the further they fall. Marines here. We're under fire. Air defense here.
You can do like a little bit of hurting.
Keep moving. Lab here.
Other than that, there's nothing else really to deploy here. No more cards to play, except for some CJs to get some last-minute KD off farming AA.
Roger. We're on the move. Changing course. Roger.
And also, can this thing rear shot an armada? Let's find out. A little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
Engine off. Up here. Roger. Moving out. Viper copy.
Uh-oh.
One radar spike and they're dead. New heading set.
Don't think there is any seed to hit, unfortunately.
Proceeding as frag. Moving there now.
Ooh,
Radar jack
there's some radar. It came back on.
Flight plan updated.
And they turned it off again. Oh, or no, it's just getting overkilled, just getting killed.
Back to home plate. Bugging out.
Oh, JJ! I didn't get to hold my flags, but I certainly kept them busy until Pink came in there. And I split to the left side. Do you want to duo? Yeah, maybe? Hang on, I gotta feed my boy first, is what I want to do. Let me switch to the right thing. My poor boy's been hungry the entire time. Here you go. Have your food. I think, yeah, the weakness of that deck is having answers to that much heavy armor is tough for it. Because, your heaviest thing is Cat Dragon, which just isn't handling very well, or Assault 1 Small, and neither of them handle heavies very well. Like, you saw the amount of ideal situation you need to kill Barbs or Armadas, and it's like, the tanks have driven themselves into your ideal kill zone. You have like 3 stacks combined of like dragons and smalls at ideal range. And you like hit it with like 5 billion rockets and they eventually die. Like, it's not ideal. Funnily enough, their skimping on Shorad was why that Viper got to do a lot this game. I think I need to change some of the options in this deck to have more anti-armor, like more Maverick running Falcons or some cluster bombers. Let's see the kills in their TOS 1. It'd be pretty big. Yeah, they got all this stuff. I like a Marine Striker. Is it your favorite? Not by a long shot, no. It's actually something I'm trying to use more these days. Also, I think I was pushing back good with the FEP. See, that's my answer to armor is FEP. But then I kind of like made that one mistake. What did I do wrong with them? I think I went around the wrong... I went around the left and I should have gone around the right, and then everything kind of went wrong. But yeah, that TOS lived the whole game, so it gets a very big kill feed, because it was just running this constantly on my guys, and it catches me like 3 or 4 times in that match and eats a whole bunch of guys up. It's just bad timing on that push ammo, like a second off. What push? Push into a Kurgi? Oh, was it? Yeah, it was the Kurgi. But also, I went around the wrong side. Like, if I got around the right side, I'm not getting flanked. That's where you lost fight against the Kurgi. No, it wasn't bad timing, it was the wrong direction. I wanted to go to the right. I don't know if I clicked wrong, or I just didn't understand that my click would send it left instead of right. But by going left, I drive into the center, where I have the Armada on my left, the Barb in front, and then in the end I have that Kurg on the right. If I go around the right side, I have all enemy armor on the left side. So that's why it's my mistake to go on the left there. I didn't want to do it, and I shouldn't have done it. I forget why. I forget if it was a micro mistake, or just a misunderstanding, or either way. But, like, I didn't want to do it. And you can see why, because that ended my initiative there. But I could have called in both my FEPs, and that was probably the way to go in that match to do more. Because, you know, we don't hold the point at the end there, which is an issue. I think I needed to use the F-35s more creatively as well. I called them in for all the wrong reasons in this game. I was like, you don't really want to be tank hunting with them. And I don't know why I didn't reach for it when that TOS was fucking with me. Because that was the easiest way to deal with the TOS, was to just loiter the F-35 and then just bomb the TOS when it went at me again. And I really should have just traded F-35 for TOS, F-35 for TOS when they bring in new ones. And that would have made the game much easier, because without the TOS, they really had no answer to the infantry play. So I really need to just do that. But this is the thing about me playing this game, is it's like my brain constricts, my blood vessels constrict when I play the game, and I forget to stop and think sometimes. But that would have been a really... I mean, really what I should do is I should say out loud when something like that happens, rather than going, oh yeah, it's a TOS in my head, like, oh yeah, that happens, whatever. I should say these words out loud, because saying it out loud gives it power in my brain. I should say, what can I do to have that not happen again? And then by continuing that conversation with myself, I would then have gone F-35. Well, I probably would have started out going artillery. and then realized I don't have artillery for it and gone, F-35 can kill that for me. Sammy says, do you think you needed more anti-heavy armor? Well, I had 2 FEPs I could play in this deck. And I only played 1. So I think I just needed to play the FEPs in a pair. Lack of recon, give me your MAV strikes. No, I don't think so. The one time a MAV strike missed was when I called a MAV strike in when I didn't need it. However, let me say I did have a lack of recon in the mid-game a lot, though, because I was only calling Forcon in... I know what I need to do with this deck. I need more Venoms. I called it a Maverick run, and it was against a lone tank, and the tank smoked. And that's not value, because the tank just smoked, you don't get anything out of that. A better Maverick run was the one I did later, where there was like 5 tanks in the open, and we caught them all. That was great. Sea Vipers are solid. I don't really like them. But, yeah, maybe, if I can fit it. I can't really fit much Hilo into this deck, I think. Try 100 to use a cluster? I don't want to do that. I don't think. I've had him before. I don't really want to do that. I'd rather have another Maverick runner, I think. Rollouts are nice with Striker RVs. They're really good for that. It's just when I get into that mid-game, it's been a problem I've been having with matches in general lately, I think, where I get into the mid-game and I don't have enough money to bring in some of the things I want to bring in without sliding up on, like, just more men. But I think definitely something I lacked with this deck is, like, a quick deploy option that's cheaper. I think I can cut all of the Striker trophies from this deck, because I never wanted to bring them in. I never had the money. So I think taking them down to 60 or even 80 if I can get the Dragoons would be a lot better. Be a lot better. And I want something I can bring Forcon in when it dies that isn't a Striker RV, because that thing's super expensive. Great for the rollout, but I didn't have a lot of money to bring it in later. So I've got a lot of ideas of how I want to change this up, I think. I don't think that F-16 caught anything. No, it did. It got an Armada and a Barb. Nice. I was going to say just damageable, but no, it killed 2 of them. That Viper survived a lot of shit. That was the world's luckiest Viper until its untimely end at the end. Units did well overall, though. Striker RVs can dive their own micro, but with good micro, they are very, very capable. It's a bit of a hard duel against Guards Armored because their autocannons fuck you up so bad. Sapphire, but it's definitely doable, as you can see here. Sapphire says, Strikers seem to contradict their own role. It's a troop transport, we don't want to get close to them, lol. Well, you don't have to get close to troop transports, like... And you can, like, there's nothing wrong with them. Everyone, like, dunks on the Strikers in this game, but that's if you put all of the upgrades on them. If you just run, like... If you just run, like, 60-cost Strikers, they're fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just everybody, like, makes their Strikers cost 120 and then goes, oh, this light vehicle is too expensive to be used. I mean, brother in Christ, you made the Striker. Like, you can make it cheap. It's still effective. It's only 20 more than an M113, and it goes faster is what you're paying for. And it has better armor, technically. Prof says, why don't you like the Hornet Ds? For under 300 you get a decent 4 clusters that can self-push well. I just don't think so. Yeah, as Pessimist says, they aren't Strike Eagles, I know. Yeah, I've done... Vipers. I've done Viper clusters and I've done Hornet clusters before, and they're just not comparable to a Strike Eagle for me, but the price is similar, and I don't like that. I don't like that you're paying similar prices for worse planes that bring smaller bombs. That's just the thing, is once I realized the Strike Eagles have double the weight, like their clusters are 1,000 pound and the others have 500 pounds, I realized why the others were so disappointing. And I just don't like dropping them as much anymore. I'd rather have the Maverick runners, because I can also miss with the cluster bombers. So if I wanted cluster bomber, I wanted it to be a decent AoE to account for the general, you know, ability to miss. Whereas a Maverick run, you're always getting value, and it's very easy to call in. Geiger says, someone may have already mentioned it, but this dog avatar version uses a knife hand. No one has mentioned it, but you're correct. I wanted to make a marine version, so you're right. I'll write that down. That's actually, you're very correct. Anyway, you can see a lot of the times that the units got away, because I'm pretty sure this like wasn't one engagement where this Barb ate this much. It's more like this Barb ate 1 pack, and then when it repaired, ate another pack. When it repaired, ate another pack, I think.
Alert.
Hey, Oxian, what's up?
New 2.00 donation from Oxian.
Hello.
This is a very random question, but I was watching the end of the VOD yesterday and you were finishing up by Say Jam was coming back and it sounded to me like you were memeing on the George Washington song, and now I need to know if both our brains are linked to early 2000s YouTube.
No. I mean, yes. Washington, Washington. No, I wasn't intentionally doing that. I was just going like, she's coming, she's coming. But I didn't mean it like, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Let me lay it on the line. He had 2 on the vine. No, it was not intentional, no. Oh, this was a different toss. So they had 2 tosses. Interesting. Can Mavericks acquire a new target if they lose loss on their target? Yes. They can acquire new targets that the launching plane couldn't even see. Those Kurgs were annoying little things, but at 140 points, they're well worth killing, you know? When a Kurg is doing that much against you, you just have to remember it costs a fair bit for how flimsy it is, and just kill him, and you get little popcorn pops of value quite often there. But the Kurg did get the Viper in the end of its autocannon. I was just a little bit too close over houses there, over enemy positions. If I paid a little bit more attention and stayed to the left, that Viper could have killed everything. I'd like to get 2 of these Vipers in the deck, and some Venoms, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to fit all that. But we'll have a look. I think my Helo tab won't be big enough, but because it's only 750, so it'll be tough. But I needed less Stallions and more smaller helicopters there, so I could bring in smaller, like just, I need a, a recon here, you know? That's always your weakness of Marines on its own, is you have the Venom for small jobs, but it's still kind of expensive compared to a Black Hawk. You have the Stallions for big jobs, but you don't have an in-the-middle helicopter like a Black Hawk. They need to make a special Black Hawk for Marines that has 14 seats and costs 90 or 100. I would run that. Make a slower Osprey and discount it for me. Yeah, these 2 lived a long time. I think they lived all game long, because yeah, that same Armada was killing me at the end. They got out of the way and then repaired it. So it's value for them. On to the next one, though. Let me tweak that deck first. I still like that deck there, and that's an example of a game where, strategically, objective-wise, I end that match without holding my one zone I was spending the whole map fighting over, so it's not like a great strategic result for me. However, I did like how that felt to play. I probably got lost in the micro a little bit too much, if we're talking about optimal, but I did like the early game, like, rollout micro with the RVs. I think RVs, my favorite phase of them is Phase 1. It's where they tend to do very well. It gets a little dangerous for them later on with how thin they are on the armor. But Phase 1, it feels like they're very, very fun. Across the 1900? Thank you! Oh, we're back in the 1900s! The year is 1907. The Great War is looming just years away. It's the invention of the automobile and the first flight of the Wright brothers' powered flyer. What else happened in 1907? I feel like there's something very historical associated with 1907, and I can't think of it. Ah, well, it'll come to me. Somebody says, Beagle, how are you such a historian? A student of history? I'm not, I just make shit up. It's like roughly in the same area. Like, I don't know, I just freeballed that shit yesterday about Hitler being born in 1933. Is that true? Not being born, sorry, coming to power. 1933. Notable events. Yeah, not born. 1933 is a significant upheaval. Adolf Hitler's appointment as chancellor. Oh shit, I got that shit right. Yeah, it is 33. I was just making shit up. I just thought that sounded about right. Just have the confidence of a historian. So it says, Beagle, please never say we're back in the 1900s ever again. I'm literally crumbling to dust as you speak. I'm sorry, were you born in the 1900s, Kingdom Sword? Oh wait, I guess technically all of us are. Well, I think of the 1900s as in, like, the 1900 to 1910. I don't think of it like the 20th century. But yeah, I guess. I guess now you could say it that way, yes. I've never heard anyone say it that way before. Yes, Bill Clinton became president in the 1900s. Like, you've never heard that, right? What do you mean all of us, Beagle? It's 2025. There's probably people born this millennium watching your stream. Oh, shit. Anyway, helicopter. I would like as flimsy as there are 2 of these, but can I fit them? Not with this helicopter tab, you can't. I think you still want 2 King Stallies, but then can you fit a... No, you can't fit a Venom! How much is a lav? Can a normal Stally drop one? Where the hell are my lavs? 12,500. A normal Stally can drop a lav. So I could maybe go to like 1 Super Stally. Maybe. And then I can fit a Venom for small jobs. And 2 Vipers. I think I'm going to run into situations where the Super Stally doesn't have enough weight for things I want to do, and I'll go back to the Double King Stally, but it's just nice to have these. Out of curiosity, how many Venoms can you fit? You can fit 3 Venoms if you drop the other Stally. So if I really want more small helicopter jobs, I can do this. But I can't put anything on them. This new kitten... Again, she has no tail on her butt. She has like a little stub dock tail. I'm not sure why. Not sure what happened to her before we got her. But she bounces around on her back hind legs like a little gray rabbit. And her tail like twitches like a little rabbit as well whenever she's looking around and sniffing stuff and exploring. She's very cute. She's extremely cute. She is like a little rabbit. Sammy says, I want the DAP Blackhawk from the Terminator game and this gets plasma. Okay, you're convincing me to play the Terminator game more and more, Sammy. That does sound fucking sick. Janka says, the Marines need to buy the Seahawk so we can use it in Broken Arrow. Marine, Seahawk. Is that like the naval versions? Like the Pavehawk? Yeah! Yeah! US Navy DLC, but it won't have 13 seats, right? Like, it's not like they made the Seahawk, like, actually able to fit a Marine squad, like, to have more seats, right? Marines fast right from an MH-60R Seahawk helicopter. Surely we get a Navy spec? We will. Like, a lot of the units have been made for years. We're gonna get them. You see what I see in DMs today? Not yet. Why Bookers over HE Jammer Abrams? The better question is why Jammers over APS for a medium tank? Why would you want Jammers? Oh, that's interesting, Caitlin. Interesting. List of 35C. I'm going to show you guys this again. Hang on. Because I always love going through this. Navy spec for VA. Yeah, if you don't know about this, I'm going to show you some wild shit. So, way back in the day, before perhaps some of you even knew about Broken Arrow, or even born... Oh, it's doing it again. I hope there's no, like, passwords on there. I don't think there is. Way back, there was the original US Marines Broken Arrow Dev Diary. This is still public, so it's not like I'm leaking anything. But this was, like, way back. Oh, man, it's even got, like, a trailer. We'll watch that. We'll come back to that. And this was the original Marine spec. And the game has changed a lot since this. This was 2022, started 2023. Have a look at what the Marine spec used to have. So we had Scout Snipers, Forcon, Navy SEALs, we had IFAVs, we had Humvee GMVs that can get the flyer, I think? I'm not sure. No, Humvee GMVs we do have, sorry, that's not the flyer. But we had IFAVs as well. We had JLTV recon vehicles that can get the 30mm chain gun or a Javelin missile. We had Fire Scout unmanned helicopters with daggers and Hellfires. We had Triton drones. Okay. We had a Mors rocket launcher for the Marines and an M38 marksman rifle. We had small SWOR teams where the SWORs were still anti-tank at that point. The Dragon team was 4 guys with 1 Dragon instead of 2 and 2. Raiders. What else did we have? Yeah, we had the AVB, ACV, yep, MTVR. Okay, what else do we have new? JLTV tow in the vehicle tab. We had the HIMARS in Marines. We had the Mattis system, a JLTV equipped with a 30mm chain gun and 2 Stinger systems. We had Nemesis, 2 Tomahawk cruise missiles mounted on a remote control Humvee, basically, remote control MRAP. We had the LVSR truck, I think we still do. Yes, we still do. What else do we have? We had the Nighthawk, there it is. a naval version of the famous Black Hawk with additional optics and armament on 2 pylons. So we had DAP Hawks, basically. What the fuck else did we have that we don't have now? We had the Super Tomcat F-14D Super Tomcat. Not like this one, the one that wasn't made. It was like the prototype that was gonna be the sequel to the Tomcat in real life to make it up to date and modern. So we were gonna have the Super Tomcat, including the AIM-54 Phoenix, and it could do ground attack as well. We had both the F-35C and the F-35D, F-35B, sorry. F-35C could have 2,000-pound bombs. We had Super Hornets. God damn it. 14 AMRAAM missile Super Hornets. F-18F Super Hornets. Which probably would have been able to carry more damn Mavericks. We had Growlers for electronic warfare. We do have the KC-130J still, I think. And this isn't just theory. This isn't just like... Because, yeah, someone's asking, like, are you bringing these back? You think, yes, because this isn't just theory. They made these units. Look. These were in the game. These were playable units that have existed for years. But then they trimmed the Marine spec because the Marine spec, to this day, some people still think the Marine spec has too much shit. Basically, the Marines were just overloaded. And instead, it became what is now the least kept secret in the Broken Arrow community, the world's worst kept rumor, that is basically 100% confirmed, is that there is going to be a US Navy DLC. Because all of these units didn't just disappear into thin air. These units will be coming back. Make no mistake about it. It's almost certain. Unless they just cannot find a way to balance these, bet your bottom dollar that there'll be a US Navy DLC. So, Akum says, what the fuck, put them back in, may make the game run balanced, but who cares? I mean, I want Super Tomcats, yes. Yes, I do. So yeah, Marines used to be fucking busted, and again, like, what does the trailer look like? I haven't watched this, I actually don't remember. Did this show everything off? Decently, let's have a look. This is like one of their oldest videos, I think. What would Navy infantry be, though? Maybe they just don't get an infantry tab. Hell yeah, fucking LCAX. I know everyone jokes, but can you imagine being able to bring LCAX for Baltisk? Like, actually imagine how good that would be. If Marines, and then, okay, give Coastal their stupid shit as well, if you could, like, bring heavy armor onto H. That would be so sick. Arleigh Burke on River. Yeah, you're using like LCAX to get up the middle of River. It's like CNC1 vibes. Meh. Hey, that helicopter death animation looks sick. Do we still have that in the game? I don't know, I miss using Ospreys though. Ospreys are cool. I just don't dare use them for their intended purpose when the Pantsir exists now. Oh my god, look at that thing go though. Oh, Super Tomcat! Baltisk, I think, is the map. Dakota says Ospreys are goated in the game lightning fast. Yeah, but like... Oh yeah, coming 2023, by the way. Yeah, but like... you know... They just cost 150 for something that, to get the value out of it, I'm going to get it killed. I like Ospreys for how fast they are. But in order to get value out of fast deployment, I want to be dropping close to the front lines. Because otherwise I'll just wait a little bit longer if I'm not dropping on the point. Or like very close. And if I'm not dropping on the point, well, I don't need the speed as much, especially for that price. If that's like the main thing you're paying for here is the price. And the problem then is it can't really do much heavy lift. And it's so sluggish to stop, so it dies to AA all the time and will die on the way in. And if you're only bringing one squad on it, you're paying 150 for one squad, that's crazy. Like, for 120, I might consider it. But I think for 150, it's too big an egg and too big a basket. And it just isn't survivable enough to get in for its job. I think. My opinion. Thank God they didn't release in 2023. Yeah, I agree. Like, if you could, like, park the Osprey on a dime and, like, rappel out of it or something, I don't know, just, like, dive out of it as soon as it arrived, it'd be more attractive. But this thing dies while unloading its troops too much for me. I think if they put, like, proper landings in the game where the pilots actually, like, maneuver into a proper landing that's smooth and isn't just an elevator landing, then they would be better. I do too, Dakota. I miss using the Osprey, I really do. I used to use these a lot, but especially with more Russian specs in the game, I feel like the AA is, like, even better than it used to be. And it's just terrifying, the idea of using these things, I think. Because these days, I'd rather bring in the King Stallion, or sorry, the Super Stallion with a truck in it, and that's my fast deployment. I'll deploy this, like, 2k back from the line with an MTVR and some Marines, and just get out, get in the MTVR, and drive in. That's my fast deployment now, you know? Or, like, I'll have trucks waiting, or Amtrak's waiting. Anyway, I want to finish this up so I can queue, so... For now, we'll do the Super Stallion. This will be our loadout. You can have some little miniguns as a treat, because ever since that time with the 240 Limas on the helicopter, I'm disgusted by them, and I don't want to have any unit have 240s. They're not good guns in this game. Also, it just so happens it perfectly sums us up. But I want to make other changes too, because I want to change the Strikers, because these are just... I'm not even bringing them, I'm just bringing everything but them. So I think turn them down to Dragoons as much as we can. I also never brought in the combat NGs. Do I need them? Being real? I think take off the APS as well. I never brought combat NGs, I just wanted Marines instead. I think I actually dropped them so I can get more Striker Dragoons, because I think more Dragoons will help me, A, in having more cheap, fast deployment I want to bring to the battle zone, B, they're useful once they're there. They had, like, no inf that match. They will do good when the enemy spamming info mode. They will. Yes, but also S'mores and Marines can do that too, you know? I don't think S'mores and Marines struggle against infantry that much, except dedicated CQB infantry, and in that case, combat NGs won't save you. In that case, I want to radius CQC. So maybe I try cutting them. I just kind of want more Dragoons, but I don't really want Troopers... Well, I might want Troopers AT more once the patch comes through. I'm really looking forward to this upcoming patch that's going to nerf APS, because there's other balance changes coming with it. And if they lower the price of Cat Toe by even, like, 10 more, or the APS nerf is significant enough, I might start running Cat Toes. And that would be a really interesting space to be playing Marines in. Because suddenly Marines goes from a spec where I don't feel like they have a good long-range ATGM option to, oh shit, Cat Toe is playable now. Maybe even Cat Saber. Like, if Cat Saber came down to 120... If Cat Saber came down to, like, 120 or even lower than that, and APS got nerfed, I might run a Cat Saber even. And that would be pretty fucking... That would be an interesting world to be living in. You know, where you consider running the Cat Javelin too, maybe. Like, that's a very different world. Where, okay, now the Marines do have long-range ATGM. Saka says, geez, Cat Saber compared to Weapon Squad is just sad. Yeah, just like Ranger's Javelin, you just pay too much for these guys right now for what they do for you. Prof says, I use Cat Toes, I find them fine, prefer the range of the Dragon. Yeah, I just don't like living in a APS world. With single launcher squads for this price. 100's pretty good though, they did lower the price of these guys already in last patch. And 100 is, like, don't get me wrong, I'm being a bit hyperbolic. This is very playable. Combining the Browning as well, if you spam as much as I spam Cat Dragons. But would it have done better in that last match situation? That's the question. The pen isn't that much higher, and I was generally playing them in range of the enemy. It wasn't range that was the issue for me usually. So I feel like Cat Dragon was better for me in that last situation to burst through APS. I think you'd need the top attack toe to really justify it, because then you're getting real damage, you're getting javelin damage. But then, It's 130. Yeah. High says Cat Dragons needs to pair well with jabs because the first missile activate APS so the jab can get through and the last second missile can finish it off. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you could play Cat Dragon combined with Cat Toe Saber. Maybe. So rather than 4 Cat Dragons, you run 2 Cat Dragons, 2 Cat Sabers. Maybe? And that could be like a little stack. It's an expensive stack, but it is within the realm of playable, and it has 2 Brownings, so it's going to be no slouch at standoff against enemy infantry trying to push them. I could see that being an interesting flex. Because I always say Marines hasn't got good ATGM infantry. They do have them, they just cost too much. I could see that working. I could see that working, yes. That could work. Every Marine gets 8 armor too, which is pretty cool. Oh, except Smalls. Smalls only get 6. Damn. Damn, the fucking dragons get better armor than you guys. I feel like I'm willing to try this, if I can fit it. But I have to play them with a dragon, I think. And it may just end up making the enemy smoke immediately, but I guess that's its own victory. Can you put the Cat Toe in a Striker Jab? Yes, we can do lots of things like that. How come Small over Combat Engineers? Completely different roles. Combat Engineers are pure anti-infantry. Small is dual capability. For less money as well. Small is one of the best units in the game because of its flexibility. It can handle any ground threat, played correctly, and comboed with the right shit to keep it alive. But it's completely different roles. And you see that when last match I moved into CQB with my Amtrak, and then I realized too late it had 2 Smalls in it. I was like, oh no, don't breach, fuck. And I kind of like lost the Smalls, because I did the wrong thing with them. Alright, we're going to try Cat Saber. You can't knock something till you try it. You really can't. I haven't tried Cat Saber in ages. I've just talked shit about it behind its back. We've got Dragoons, so now you've actually got nice transport options too, because now you don't even need to play the Troopers. You just got 4 Dragoons to bring these guys. Or you can put them in the trucks, but you got 4 Dragoons, which you can bring all these guys with. And they can also take care of your close range nicely. And then you can play the Marine small combo in the Amtrak still for closer quarters. Or you can do the opposite. Well, no, you can't actually. You could play your Smalls inside the Strikers, and combo Marines with one of these, but... Oxygen says, I suppose the extra health on the Dragon is something as well, and being able to survive getting back to reload more readily versus a Toe team, which can go very quick. Yeah, against Airborne Toe, yeah. I assume the Toe is the last thing to go on the squad of 8. Yeah, I think so, yeah. And, like, that is a thing, and I think that's why you pay so much for them, obviously, is they're like, oh, you know, M2 Browning team cost 50, Toe team cost 65... You know, 8 guys plus 8 armor, okay. 130 cost, you know, when you upgrade it as well, or 100 cost. In that sense, yes, you are getting a good deal. The problem is I don't want a Browning, usually. If this was a grenade launcher like it used to be, this is a really good squad. But a Browning's kind of disappointing in all the ways it shouldn't be. If Brownings got buffed a bit, this would also be a very good team, because it's a hybrid squad. You're getting the Browning as well. It's just, unfortunately, it's very easy to ignore the Browning in this game, and I mean that in more ways than one. I mean in buying it, and also in being hit by it. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna try Cat Saber, Cat Dragon, rather than 4 Cat Dragons. We're gonna try them together. I like that idea. We're gonna try that. It's a good idea, whoever said that. Write yourself down, so that you can be credited if this works. If it doesn't work, you will be, punished. Prof Pessimist says, I find Browning decent against all the BMP spam, that's just me. Really? Okay, how long does one of your Brownings take to kill a BMP? That sounds good. From the front? Are we talking about from the front there? I want to get my guys in order here. How much is BMPs are immune to 50 cals from the front? Yeah, like what side are you hitting them from? Like you're ambushing with that? Usually 2 in from the sides. Okay, so you've usually got a pair of HMGs and you're hitting from the sides. How long does it take to kill if you're hitting a BMP from the side with 250 cals and it doesn't turn to look at you? Organize that. I can actually fit more, right? I can fit another squad here if I want. One more transports. I could fit backup Amtraks in case I run out. Prof says, I mean, they're useful. I didn't say they kill them all. No, I'm just being curious. I know you can detect that sound in my voice, Prof Pessimist. But I actually am curious. How long would you say it takes you? Just ballpark. Just give me a number. Just ballpark. Just give me a number. How long do you think it takes to kill one? I don't have experience with Browning, so I'm legitimately interested. Well, not much. I'm legitimately interested in your thinking here, in your experience. About how long would you say? Just guess. Just guess a number. Ballpark a number. Just have a little guess. Oh, I can bring a second cafe. Ooh. Do I want to change this air tab? I think so. I think I need more. What would you change, though? I think you'd have to drop a CJ so you could bring another Maverick runner. I guess BMPs 1s and 2s, maybe 10 seconds if I have 2, but I usually come with the Marines. Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess it'd be kind of handy to, like, finish off a BMP on 2 health rapidly. But yeah, that sounds about right, sadly. I want 2 of these. How can I fit 2 of these? Without cutting anything else, I can't. Because my cap here would be 2200. So that just costs too much. That's a good idea too, Cell, honestly, yeah. I kind of have the CEVs for that role in this deck a bit, as well as anti-infantry Cell. I gotta use them better. Prof says, I tend to treat Marine ATGN as a support. It's why I like the Browning, it just helps. Yeah. I would really like another Maverick, but then if I give up F-35s, I like the ability to take out the real threats, which is the artillery. Do you find using Mavericks is successful often? Yeah, if you pick a good strike. There's a whole bunch of, like, juicy tanks, like 2 or 3 or 4 of them. And you catch them flush, yeah, you'll get good value. They can smoke a Sintler, right? Yeah, they can. But even if that's your worst case, one, you've gotten rid of a Charger's smoke for all those tanks, which does make them less aggressive, because now they're more endangered. 2, the Mavericks can get through the smoke if the smoke comes too late. 3, the Mavericks can go pitbull and go find other targets nearby if they lose their targets in the smoke. And that doesn't require sight from the jet or anyone on your side, they'll just find random shit to kill. So if there's like an AA nearby, the Maverick can just go, oh look, a fucking civilian Patriot, and just go kill it. They'll reacquire on their own because they have terminal guidance. They're oh, sorry, not even terminal guidance, they're true fire and forget. So as soon as the missile fires, it's just looking for targets. What the fuck, time to get Mavericks back? Yeah. They're not a substitute for Cluster because Cluster can kill while in smoke. Cluster is the guarantee as long as you, the person, aim it right. But Mavericks do a different role of, like, there's a bunch of vehicles, you want them all to be pressured or dead. I don't think I can fit a second one in this deck, though, unfortunately. I just gotta use this one better. Just don't call this in unless there's, like, 3+... at least 2+ heavy tanks, or 3+ other vehicles like that you need dead. Use the F-35s for... killing backline, meanwhile, and I think for that role, I will upgrade to a pair of 1,000-pounders, because fuck the Stormbreakers, honestly. Pair of 1,000-pounders with a reasonable blast radius of 120 meters to get separate pairs of backline assets, like Tors and stuff like that. Okay, so we're gonna get some more punch in our 35s. Will the game fire 1 map per target? It'll fire as many as needed to kill, and they can't be intercepted by APS. So I think it's 2 to 3 for the heaviest of tanks. So at minimum, you should be able to kill 2 armadas or barbs, but you can sometimes get 3 in a single strike instead. Alright. Well, I've got F-35Bs feeling a little bit punchier now. $40 is a lot to pay, but going from 0 to 10% ECM might let this thing get out more often. I don't know. Or, like, live long enough to get its missiles in. I feel like the price is right at 300, but I don't know. I don't know. CJs, I think I'm very happy with their loadout. It's just a great loadout. Vipers. Yeah, Vipers are Vipers. They're good Helo hunters, which is critical to have in a deck. You can get a basic Harry Met for 180, yeah. Oh! Wait, yeah, I see what you're saying. I could fit it into this deck. Actually, if these don't go to these, right? If you stay on the Stormbreakers? No, I still can't. No, I can't. Okay. Well, that's alright, because I like the 1,000-pound bomb idea anyway. What are we building? We're just tweaking our Marine Striker deck after having played it once. I think this air tab looks better. Just remember that the Maverick run is a pretty rare commodity. It's like a once-a-phase kind of thing. We're not much of a wizard with this deck, not many spells. And the F-35s should be used almost exclusively for the role of hunting backline assets that are high priority, I think. Generally, killing enemy artillery these things that are pressuring my Marines would be the way to go. Is my thinking right now. Do you like Cav Marine? I'm getting used to it. It has some deficiencies, but that's every combo, and it has a lot of strengths. Mostly I just like playing Marines again in a combo. I don't have a lot of combos that have Marines in them anymore that I like to play generally. And I really like Marines as a unit because they're so tough. I just love having an 8 armor, 65 health, 13 strength unit that has AT. It's so cool. I can fit some Raiders CQC. Raiders CQC you can fit. Which is a little bit more of a good idea now that I'm lacking combat engineers for if the enemy has true CQB troops. Because other than that, what are you fitting in here? Nothing really. If you didn't have Cat Sabers, you could fit Standoff Raiders. F-35 reserved for the loathsome Firegrad, that's right. Oh, I can't wait for this new patch. I'm so excited to see what the changes are gonna feel like. Okay, I got Venom. How do we feel about the rest of the deck? Didn't use the HIMARS this round, but I could have. I just didn't. Didn't use the Dragonfire so much either, but again, they're there. They're there to be used when I need them. I wonder about running more LevMs, but cheaper. Like, rather than bringing the souped-up Dragonfire with armor, just run 80-point LevMs and just be annoying with them. And when they die, just call in more. Like, bring 4-4 LevM, no guidance. We're not fucking around with laser guidance with the Marines that much. Just bring them in. Have, like, all 4 deployed. Or, like, have at least 2 deployed at all times. And if they die, just call in new ones. Pretty much every time you order a fire mission, just call in a new one in case this one's gonna die. And then just make use of having one of the cheapest mortars on the US side. And just anytime any infantry exists, doesn't matter if you're going to miss, doesn't matter if they'll move, just pressure. Just immediately hit the hotkey and just apply mortar to it. And if they sit still, they can't. And just, even if you never hit them, even if you never kill or damage an enemy unit with these LevMs, it's probably worth bringing purely to condition your enemy to know that they can never sit still. That's also true, Man Boss, yeah. Yeah, 4-con are combat NGs, that's also true. Another reason you get away with, like, less no striker engineers in this combo. 4-con are just stealth combat NGs. That's entirely their loadout. Well, with close combat weapons. Maybe we try 4 LevMs. Infantry tab needs CQC AT very hard. Well, we got smalls. We got it, baby. I can probably cut down on MTVRs now that I've got transports for all these guys. I'm not really bringing guys around in the trucks anymore like I used to do with the Airborne as much. How much is armor from mortar? It's like plus 10. And it gives you like a smoke and 2 more health. I don't know, maybe it's worth it. I just feel like keeping them cheap here is the real win. To spam them hard. But your mortars might survive that little bit of counterfire this way. So alright, we'll try them on 90. Oxy says, if you brought all 12 mortars available to the Armor Marine combo, do you think you could one-volley units in building? If they were all guided, absolutely. Well, no. Yes. Eight guys, absolutely. 12 mortars would do that for you, yes. Because I think it's just under... I think 1 round doesn't quite kill a guy. It's like 4.75, you need 5. So, 8 guys, yes, absolutely you could. Which is funny. But it would cost a lot of money. Why do I have L? Because they're really cheap ambulances. I gotta remember to use them, but they are very unique on US for that role of being like a combat frontline armor, semi-armored with smoke, supplier. Maybe cut down to 2 MTVRs. Four Lav M's. Okay, we're making a few changes here now. I have 4 Lav AD. Can you cut 60 from somewhere and we can call it a day? Not without cutting Striker RVs. I cut a Guardian, I haven't really been using these things much, but again, I should be, I'm just not. But I'm not cutting from air, I'm not cutting from hell. Sup looks good to me now. And I don't want less than 2 supply trucks. Vehicle looks good to me. I wouldn't want to cut from here. If I did, maybe to Lev AT, but I wouldn't want to. Again, great price for what you're getting, I think. Oh, this isn't even armored. You should actually put the armor on it, I think. So that it can smoke 1 return fire ATGM. I think the smoke would be worth it on you. So now we need to cut 90, which is maybe even easier to cut than 60. So I can just cut 1 bigger unit. With how good I am at close quarters already, I could see myself cutting a Booker, I think, from this deck. They're a very good unit, but I already have so much close range pressure that I think 2 plus 2 FEPs plus 3 CAVs is probably enough. Gives me another 100 points to play with as well for something else. If I find myself not having enough Bookers, we can change this, but right now I think that's fine. I can add another Forcon back, which I like the idea of. I did in the end, yes. It even got value. It was even valuable. Cafe is diabolical over maps. Yeah, the thing about this deck is it actually has so many options that I need to remember to bring in, honestly. It has so many options, and I underuse a lot of them in the right situation. I have to be more creative with my play. I kind of want to bring in CRAMs now, too, but I can't fit them without cutting a supply unit from this, this tab. A drone, they don't cost that little, unfortunately. I'd have to pay 50 and I'd be just 10 over. Now, if you cut the armor from the Lav M's, it's no problem. But otherwise, I don't think there's anywhere easy to cut 10 from in this deck. Does seem like a lot of mortars. Yeah, I want to try a lot of mortar play. Forgettable, disposable artillery. Not to kill, barely even to wound, just to annoy. Is Guardian better than Recon Lav? No. It isn't. Thank you for raising this good point. Why don't I bring Recon Lavs instead of Guardians? Isn't the Lav, like, way more armored, too? Oh, not armored, sorry, way more healthy? Yeah, it's 16 health. Like, you could argue that the AGL and Woods might be better at... I don't know... bursting, but that's actually a good point. Why don't we just take Lavs instead? I do like Lavs. You just say you wanted another way to get Fork to the front. Yeah, and without the Lavs, I didn't have it. That's a good point. Let's bring back Lavs. That's a good point. I like that. Good call. Very good call, actually. Very, very good call. Bring back the Lavs. Why do you not bring Armored Knight? I don't know, Sammy. Why don't I bring Armored Knight? Why don't I bring a unit that costs as much as a Laras, but has a worse weapon, so it can't forest clear, and has no smoke, so it's gonna die all the time. I don't know, Sammy, why don't I bring the joke of the US recon vehicles? Perhaps I should bring an MRAP too, Sammy. That's another recon unit that can't smoke and thus can't survive as soon as it discovers the enemy. Sammy says, because you have no Laras in a second, it's the best next thing. Well, I don't want a Laras without smoke or a GL. What makes the Laras good is not that it has 2400 optics, it makes it good because it has 2400 optics, high speed with it as well, smoke, and a GL. So it can forest clear. Kind of. And it can survive what it runs into, like ATGMs. Just don't let it get discovered? Okay. Yeah. Sure. I mean, why don't we give it 1 HP and take all its armor off, and we'll just call it a guy on a bicycle. I mean, that would be great if it cost 5. I'd pay that. Honestly, guys on bicycle, guys on motorbikes. When are we going to get the guys on motorbikes recon option? Holy shit, scout snipers with motorbikes as a transport option. I have to write that down. They'll never give it to us because it'll be OP. But give us motorbikes has now become a thing I put on my wish list for Broken Arrow. Oh, scout snipers on trail bikes would fucking rule. You could fit them in like any transport because they'd be so light. You could put them in a Venom. The motorbikes would have like 1.75 stealth because who's gonna see or hear the motorbike? In that kind of battlefield? Fuck yeah. One motorbike could fit 2 dudes? That's the problem, is there's not many two dude squads in this game. But you could give it to the scout snipers! What about guys and horses? Okay, now you're getting crazy. SVK says bikes should not have great stealth, they're noisy as fuck. Look, don't take this from me. I want guys on bikes and I want them to be unspotted. Fine, we'll do bicycles. Fine. Fine, we'll do bicycles. Sammy says, I use it all the time, my decks are no less available. I'm sure you do! Great! I've used it, I don't like it in that role. That's what I do the Guardian for. See, Sammy says, I use it all the time and the deck's no Laras is available. I'm having a fast vehicle of 2400 range, you can just send into a tree line at the flank of the map at the start. It's huge regardless of its viability. I used to do that. I have got to a point where I no longer want to spend like 60 points on that because I'm too busy like playing my main lane. My cost trade-off is too optimized at this point for me to want to spend a whole bunch of that. I used to do that more, I don't really do it as much now. Some maps I'll do it, but not as much anymore. And when I do it, I'd rather have a vehicle like this instead, because this vehicle could actually stop helicopters rushing over the top of it, and it will spot this in a similar way. 2400 optics to me is a unit that you want for something that's going into a forest, or is going to try and spot things that are going to ambush it in a building before the ambushing thing gets it. Otherwise, I would rather send something into the wood that is survivable and can kill infantry and has 1750 optics than it has 2400 optics but cannot fight at all. Because in the woods, the difference between 2400 and 1750 for a vehicle is not going to be that great against infantry, I think. On paper it should be, but because of how low the max vision range in forest is, I haven't had good results. Anyway, all that yapping to say, hey, it's been 20 minutes and I haven't queued up again, holy shit. Can I get, like, more lavs? Can I cut one more thing from this deck to get a third lav? 50. What costs 50 and isn't necessary? Nah. Be happy with your 2 lavs. I got a lot of autocannons in this deck now, at least. 4 Dragoons. 3 Striker RVs and 2 lavs with Bushy 1. That's not bad. Can you explain why you like the lavs so much, please? Which ones? Let's queue. I like that deck. Let's queue. I think this is going to work better than the last match. And I liked it the last match, too. Hi, all. Hi, Des. How you doing? Why are there no skins? Oh, I gotta fix it! Oh. But if I'm playing Marines, I gotta play the Marine camo. The standard A2s and the Lav AD. Okay. So, the standard A2s are just the price is right for a cheap recon vehicle. They're not good if you consider them as something that might, if you compare them to something that costs 120. But it's something that only costs 10 or 5 more than a fully done up Laras, or as we saw there, 10 more than a Guardian. They have 6 seats, 16 health, which is a lot, Their armor is their weakness. They have no armor. They die to grenade launchers, and that's their problem. But they have smoke. They're amphibious when it counts, but we're not going to really value that here that much. They have high speed. They have a little bit of stealth. They have decent optics, and they have a Bushmaster autocannon, which can kill vehicles. All of these things combine to make them a very flexible unit, though brittle. If the Lav had 100 armor, no one would question it. It's just because it's quite brittle, you have to be very careful playing it against anything. Because grenades will kill it. But for, you know, you're not asking these things to be a medium vehicle. For a light vehicle, this is actually pretty good for what you're getting, I think. This is pretty neat. Compared to, like, as we had before, this thing, it compares very favorably. If Brownings were better, then maybe it's more of a trade for the Guardian. But because Brownings are kind of dog right now, the autocannon is pretty useful. Like, autocannon Lavs could have dealt with those Kurgs, potentially. Maybe not win, but 2 Lavs could kill 1 Kurg, and those Kurgs are 140, and these Lavs are 70, right? And at the very least, they can, like, scare them, piss them off, fuck them up, wound them. Autocannons are good. They're very flexible things. Autocannons are the most flexible thing on the battlefield. And while the Bushy 2 is way better, hey, I mean, it's a Bushy 1. I'll take it. As for the Lav AD, I don't love it. My real love is the Avenger. But it's just the only Stinger option we really have here that's got smoke. And I don't like playing Shurad vehicles with no smoke, because they just lose to helicopters. Unless you catch the ambush, and that's on the enemy helicopter player to fuck up, not you to be good at, really. I mean, it's your positioning to a certain extent, but it's also on the enemy helicopter player to have to fuck that up for you to win with, like, an MML Sidewinder truck against a good enough amount of helicopters, and a blob will just kill you. Whereas a smoke Shorad can kill many helicopters by just sitting in the smoke. Have you tried the rocket pod? No, I haven't, because I don't like using these in direct fire. I do it when I have to, but I don't like it. Hey, maybe you could have finished off those armadas in the arse, though. I think if this was cheaper, like this was like 140, 120, 100, yes, I would take the Hydra pod every day of the week to get a cheaper option and the flexibility of the Hydras. I think if there was twice as many Hydras, it would also be more alluring. I think for 19 Hydras, which is 1 burst against 1 target, so that's like 1 infantry squad you're going to chunk, or 1 AFV you maybe fuck up. I think I would rather, for a unit that costs 160 still, have it be better at the air defense option. Because the downside here is if you go down to Hydra, you've only got 4 Stingers before you have to spend 20 to 30 seconds reloading. That's barely 1 helicopter dead. I don't mind that when I'm playing the Avengers, because I usually play one Avenger at once, because Avengers cost 100. But for an 80 unit that's costing 160, I don't want to flex it into a ground attack role that I don't want it performing except in desperate times, that makes it that much worse at performing its anti-helicopter job. Traffic says, to be honest, you run 2 levities together with the rocket bots. Yes, that would work. That would work better. If you run 2 levities together, then yes, you can get away with having less anti-healer there, I think. But I would say your problem then is you've paid 320 to get what you could have got for cheaper, 3 Avengers for less price, for 300. And I still don't want to be using those rocket pods unless I'm desperate, you know? But that's me. You can use them. Like, those rocket pods will fuck something up, for sure. So you can absolutely use them. Go for it.